Fan rides, funnel cakes, and football are in Columbia. The Gamecocks are taking on the Minutemen of UMass here at Willie B on Saturday. Find out this and many more here on this episode of Capital City Sports. The men's soccer team has a matchup down in Stone Stadium against the Demon Deacons of Wake Forest. We're going to send it off to Summer with the highlights.
The Gamecocks men's soccer team hosts the second-ranked Demon Deacons tonight at Stone Stadium. The Gamecocks are on an 8-game unbeaten streak and are eager for a strong showing tonight against a tough Wake Forest team. South Carolina defeated UAB 1-0 last Saturday and looks to continue their winning streak tonight against Wake Forest. Both teams started out strong defensively. South Carolina's Luca Meyer had a nice play on goal in the first half, but he overprojected his shot and the game would remain scoreless going into the second. 4 minutes into the second half, Wake Forest Hayden Partain knocked in a header off of a cross from Logan Gadula. South Carolina's Cody Millard tried to even the score late in the second half, but he would come up short. Millard led the Gamecocks in shots on goal in the match with 4 attempts. The Gamecocks fell to the Demon Deacons 1-0. The Gamecocks' winning streak ended tonight in a 1-0 loss to Wake Forest. Hayden Partain's header in the 49th minute would be the only score of the game. The Gamecocks return home next Wednesday against Charlotte. For Capital City Sports, I'm Summer Huechtker.
Next, the Equestrian team has a matchup against the New Mexico State Aggies. Let's swing it over to Phoebe Murray with the highlights.
We're here at Onewood Farm for the last home meet of the fall season. The Gamecocks are coming off a close 9-8 win against the Georgia Bulldogs 2 weekends ago. They hope to keep their momentum here as they host the New Mexico State Aggies.
The Gamecocks started off by sweeping the Aggies 4-0 in the reigning division. Junior Bailey Walters was awarded the most outstanding player in these all-current Gamecocks with 6 career MOPs. In equitation over fences, Lizzie Vanderwald earned the first point for Carolina, winning by a landslide, receiving an 84 over Remington Wilkie's 68 on Joe. Freshman Madison Selman followed with an 81-80 win on Batman. Vanderwald earned her first MOP of the season. For horsemanship riders, Ashley Reichert, Bailey Mirzewski, and Paige Stoperick each earned a point for Carolina. After horsemanship, the Gamecocks led 9-5. For Eck on the Flat, senior Amelia Vernon outscored New Mexico State 83-65 on horse Keaton. The 8th-ranked University of South Carolina Equestrian team took the victory over the New Mexico State Aggies 11-8. South Carolina's next event will be in California, where they take on Fresno State November 4th. For Capital City Sports, I'm Phoebe Murray.
Last but not least, the Minutemen will travel to Columbia, South Carolina to take on the Gamecocks. Let's swing it over to Jack Taylor with the highlights.
I'm here today at Williams-Brice Stadium, where the South Carolina Gamecocks will try to break their 3-game losing streak as they take on the University of Massachusetts Minutemen. Due to the inconsistency of the position, the question on everyone's mind is who will be the starting quarterback for the South Carolina Gamecocks. Perry Orth, Brandon McElwain, or the recently unredshirted freshman, Jake Bentley.
Your Gamecocks come out strong, with Jake Bentley leading the charge. Bentley is able to ignite the offense with a big 14-yard pass to Brian Edwards. This allows the Gamecocks to establish their run game early in the first drive, with a big 33-yard gain from David Williams, which set up this go-ahead touchdown from Rico Dowdle. Fry tacks on the extra point. Early in the first quarter, the Gamecocks lead 7-0. The first drive for UMass ended just as quick as it began, with TJ Holloman forcing the ball out of the hands of a Minuteman and Chris Simmons recovering it. This allows the Gamecocks to quickly get in the red zone, where Brandon McElwain leads the offense with his legs, setting up another go-ahead touchdown for David Williams to capitalize on. This was Williams' first touchdown since 2014. Fry tacks on the extra point, bringing the lead to 14-0. Miscommunication on the handoff gives the ball back to the Gamecocks for the second time this quarter. With a big run from Marquise Young to the end of the quarter, UMass was able to start the second quarter with the momentum they needed to get on the board, as Andrew Ford connects with Alex Brenneman in the end zone, bringing the score to 14-7. On the ensuing drive, UMass is able to shut down South Carolina on 4th down, setting their offense up with great field position. However, TJ Holloman is able to quickly shut down the drive with an interception. This allowed Jake Bentley to throw his first collegiate touchdown pass, a 16-yard dime that Casey Crosby dives to haul in. After a quick UMass 3-and-out, Bentley and the Gamecock offense are back on the field. This allows Bentley to throw a second touchdown pass, this time a 24-yard fade to Brian Edwards. Elliott Fry tacks on the extra point, and the Gamecocks have ran up the score 27-7. On the first play of the following drive, UMass takes advantage of some miscommunication in the Gamecock secondary, as Andrew Ford connects with a wide-open Jalen Williams for a 74-yard touchdown. The Gamecocks go into halftime, leading the Minutemen 27-14. UMass has the ball to start the second half, but are quickly shut down by a swarming Gamecock defense on 4th and 1. After both teams exchange turnover on downs, the Gamecocks were finally able to drive downfield, and again McElwain comes in to get the running game going. He's able to set up another walk-in touchdown for David Williams, his second of the game, and after Elliott Fry kicks it through the uprights, the score is 34-14. UMass is able to develop another methodical drive, but is unable to put points on the board as Logan Laurent misses the 32-yard field goal. The fourth quarter began with a series of turnovers as Gamecock's Chris Lammons fumbles on the punt return. However, Lammons redeems himself by picking off Ford on the following drive. Right as the Gamecocks get the ball back, it is ripped out of the hands of Debo Samuels and recovered by UMass. The Minutemen offense finally begins to pick up steam, scoring touchdowns on back-to-back drives as Ford gets a pair of touchdowns, one rushing and one passing. However, it is too little too late for UMass as the Gamecocks are able to run out the clock and finish in victory formation.
After jumping to a spacious 27-7 lead in the second quarter, the South Carolina defense became too relaxed, letting up 21 unanswered points and allowing the Minutemen to come within a touchdown. However, USC was able to hold on and walk away with a 34-28 victory. Join us here next week at Williams-Brice Stadium as South Carolina and Tennessee face off in an SEC showdown under the lights. For Capital City Sports, I'm Jack Taylor.
Well, that wraps things up for us. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter at CCS on SGTV. I'm D'Angelo Stevenson. We'll see you guys next time.